I am back in the pen for a Recon ride. This is the Recon for the 6th race, round 3 of ZRL, if you prefer, on Danger Noodle. New course put up through the contest, which they did for each of the 3 rounds. Super fun. Scratch race, Watopia, loop down through the S's, back up through the S's, then up and over Titans and back over Titans. Or fun, kind of like loop the loop. And fresh and hard. So I guess the biggest thing on my side is I am back home, thankfully. After being on the road for each of the last 2 rounds, did not race particularly well, but the team did what it could. They actually won the team time trial, which was so awesome. Very little thanks to me, but I was there, helped a little at the beginning, egged them on, and came out on top by fractions. By a second or so, and then the New York that points race was murderous as expected, and man, HCT was so strong. Of course, they had 2 teams in the field, which is a little odd, but whatever. When it came to race, they deserved that win. Wasn't even close, honestly. So yeah. We're on this Recon ride with these folks I've done several times. I might get a couple friends in the group, not sure if they've popped in yet. Not seeing the friend markers, but it doesn't matter. This is just going to be fun. Refresh my memory for the sequence here. I know it pretty well. Not a lot of mystery to it. Although there is one point of intrigue, which are the power-ups. So we know what the official power-ups are. Get a feather at that banner here, and again when we return. We get a draft at the sprint banner, which is like, meh, whatever. And then anvils, each time up and over Titans. But there's a phantom power-up banner that gives out feathers that people have discovered. Ooh, big wall text there. Yeah, so here's the fence, gonna honor the fence for this group ride, not a race. Sometimes they lift the fence at the end. People want to sprint it out. This one's a little awkward. Didn't know when to do that. Maybe we'll do it towards the end of all the way up Titans forward. Well, maybe they'll wait. Doesn't matter. Yeah, huge turnout. I suspect people are eyeing just getting the badge because it's such a goofy course. Not that many opportunities if you're not in ZRL. So I suspect we've got some folks just kind of showing up to spin around to get their little digital trophy. And I approve. So yeah, up that ramp into the S's. Not really expecting too many fireworks here, other than maybe those we make really it's just sort of, don't do anything dumb, don't get dropped, because the real action is on the back end of this one. As we head down to Titans Grove. But it would be interesting to see if some crazy things can happen in the earlier parts. Breakaways, team tactics, things like that. We're pretty much locked in at second place. There's kind of an outside, pretty unlikely series of events where we could still win, but that would require a pretty unfortunate collapse by HCT. Clear where the fence is, it's bouncing around. I would prefer not to get dropped or get booted. Yeah, no brainer, use the feather here. I know. I guess it could save it and come around and use it punching up and over in the other direction. Just thinking about different ways to go. Gonna get another one at the downtown Watopia banner, so absolutely no reason to save it past that. And the draft, we should get a draft here, this one, which is just like I don't know, kind of give people a chance to catch on, relax, recover a touch. Keep pounding through the sprint as if it matters. It's not a points race. But who cares? Oh, Joe is here. Awesome. See if I can do a DM. Amazing. It's like autocorrect. Yeah, I said he couldn't DM. Which is true for me sometimes, depending on the setup. So, yeah, so yeah, just this little loop is just kind of a warm-up deal. Don't do that banner twice, so that's important. Yeah, it'd be pretty darn surprising if too many meaningful gaps is fine. So yeah, so you could still have the feather here. Of course, most of the field will have the draft, so I'm not sure what that adds up to. Really have to put a pretty ridiculous effort in to create a meaningful gap. But sometimes that's the fun of it. Yeah, see a couple folks who get their feather in their pocket. Quite a few. So, fun idea. There is here. He's on Discord. Find out. Yeah, so it was a little painful. Happy birthday! Not sure which is your first name. Andrea, Rocky. Alright, so what do we got on the Discord? Outstanding! Boy, gosh, you'll love to see it. Alright, yeah, Peter's in there too. So awesome. I love all of us. Love you all. That's pretty awesome. Alright, so there you go. So that's like kind of the, it's kind of the lead-in, I guess. You know, it'd be pretty awesome to have escaped. Made some sort of surprise break. But a lot of road still to go. Peter. Triangulating Peter and Joe. So fun. Such a good community. But yeah, I don't know how much there's to say. At this point, we're going to do our little cut over into the desert and on our way to Titans. So let's see. That's not where I'd use a feather, but it's just the Recon ride, so who cares? We've had a pretty great round, not without challenges. A couple health challenges, decent amount of travel. Pretty much probably par for the course for any team. It's always tough, always tricky holding the team together. Fairly small group on the Kaboom side. We've split it into a B1 team and a B2 team. It's definitely the right call. You know, the net result is we're second. That's pretty awesome. That'll be our best result. We were third in round 2. We were, I think, 7th in round 1. So a lot to be proud of. It's pretty much over in terms of third. I think we were second, first, second in the first 5. And ACT was first, second. So, yeah, I mean, possible. We'd have to beat HCT by like 3 places. Other teams would have to step up. So that's a lot to ask, given how strong they are. And then either it's a tie. We have to look at the finishing points where they currently have an edge. But in that scenario where we beat them, we would make up ground there. And not sure what the other tiebreakers are in the crazy event where it goes to the next tiebreaker, but I think they pretty much own us. If it's like any of the FTS, FAL, they've had to put up some really impressive results. So, you know, at the end of the day, you just tip your hat, see what you can do. You know, we're not really a team that is just trying to like stack the deck to win. We're really trying to have fun, participate. I'm sure they are too, you know, more or less. So, not trying to say that's in contrast, but you know, there's kind of like an extra level of competition out there for teams with a deeper bench. They really want to look at a given race course and format and handpick the 6. We're pretty much lucky to get 6, but we also are pretty strong around the 6, 7, or 8 that we can possibly pick from at the B1 level. So we're in great shape. Such a joy, such a privilege to ride with this team. So now we're getting into these lumpy rollers, which definitely hurt. People really want to push in some of these ups. You gotta really pay attention. But with the most likely scenario, the group is still quite large. There's a lot of draft, a lot of motivated people, not looking to let too many breaks form. So I really think it's a fair assessment. They're dangerous, but at least at the B1 level, if you're getting thrown out the back, you're just having a bad day. It happens. I did not survive that New York City KOM It's not really all that close. So I have to ride in with a smallish group of chasers. Not my finest moment, but just doing what I could. The body was pretty wiped out from travel and such. At least that's what I'm telling myself. I'm hoping that getting back at home will give me the boost I need to settle in and just do what I can do. This course is definitely not as hard as New York. These efforts are hard, but closer to 2 minute than 5 minute. So that definitely is a pretty good situation. Yeah, this is one of the bigger bumps here. Just really push. Awesome. So we get back in Zwift. Hoping to keep up with you soon. It's harder to keep track of the chat in the game, but in the app it's all laid out as long as you're in the app when it happens. Yeah, so these stretches, the real story here is if you're working and your legs are starting to tire out, but then when Titan's reverse proper comes, you might be on your heels. And no question, meaningful gap can form over the top, particularly with these feathers, and then the strongest will push well through the banner. Without question, you really want to put a good effort in through the top. That's always going to be a factor. Now we get angles, so that may make it easier for folks to catch back on. It's all kind of an interesting setup if you think about the draft in the first section and the anvils. We'll see. I'm going to use my anvil early, so I want to see if the phantom banner is in play for my setup. My theory was, and someone else confirmed, that appears to be game version dependent. Some people have it, some people don't, depending on when you get the update. It is terrible. I mean, from the perspective of a fair race, it's like a super meaningful power up. Some people get 2 extra feathers. I mean, I don't know what you can say. It is hard organizing these events. I have a lot of sympathy. It's probably probably out of their control. But gosh, it'd be nice if they could level that playing field out a bit. nowhere near the same situation with the fence in play. No, that's okay. One of the Recon is just to familiarize. Ah, there we go. Fence off for the second climb. Yep. I'm with the ride leader on this. I understand why people want to really punch it and get the feel for this part of the climb, but can't quite do it. Alright, so is it like 15.4? I think we sort of go under a rock. In some videos I checked out. Go. More handles flying. Pop, pop, pop. 2.1. Right turn. Down. Yeah, so if my take on the whole like unfair advantage thing is I'm just kind of a sucker for being fair. Okay, I think it's this one. Maybe bang bang. Let's see, this one or this one. Bang. All right, so I got it. And then you get it on the way up too. So it's kind of crazy. So if it really is like the update kills it, and I'm offered the update, I'm gonna take the update. And so be it. You know, boo-hoo. Others may have that advantage over me, but I'd rather not game it and then be the one who's on the cheeky side of that equation. Others may disagree. I'm not gonna like, you know, kick and scream about it. Bad situation. What can you do? Generally speaking, these I was realizing, whoa. Yeah, I mean, the other part that just seems unfair, even if it's not, like, even, you know, the game version thing is weird enough, but, like, some people might not even know. You know, and then they feel stupid. If there's some other race plan in motion, then it's all a waste. Because other people are smarter, well, not even smarter, just more informed, and that asymmetry kind of sucks. A little, yeah, I don't know. Last week they kind of botched up the power-ups, and there's an extra random power that you could get right at the start. So some folks got the feather for the first climb, which is not the original plan, including me. Had a lot of good it did me. I would still drop like a rock. So generally speaking, these rollers going down, even though there are some ups, never seem to cause that much trouble for me. We'll see if they turn off the fence. We'll see how much I want to put into this climb. I'll stay with something resembling a lead group, but I'm very, very eager to save a little on the legs. strictly speaking, this is not a B Recon, so there are some heavy hitters in here who really want to light up. I can happily let them go. Just telling Peter I'm aiming for around 80% effort, maybe even less, we'll see. Don't need to prove anything today. Save it for Tuesday. I also just want to remember the details of the climb. I know it pretty darn well though. Basically just gotta kind of survive this Barfell bump and then this extra section. Wait, think yet another feather? Okay, that's insane. I got another feather. Three. That's why you record it. Just sort of absent-mindedly, I used it on the descent. The little bumps there. So I had an empty holster. And I remember there used to be a Phantom power up banner down there, somewhere around that part near the roundabout. Might even be a double one we go through twice, but so close together it wouldn't matter. That's wild. 3 feathers, holy moly. So yeah, okay, so now we're on the KM proper. And this part is sort of, you know, itchy trigger finger section, but it's not really where the fireworks happen. So it kind of levels out too much. It's not really steady effort. When it comes up to this part up here, there's a set of switchbacks is where it really tends to light up. Basically, when we go under those rocks. Or gaming the timing of the fence removal, I think. That's okay. Like I said, they want to rock and roll, they can rock and roll. What's the cup of coffee? Pay attention, man. But yeah, through this sequence, we're going to come up to the proper hard part of this climb in this direction. Yeah, amazing. Should have lifted the fence by now. That's pretty lame. I mean, it's not actually lame. They can do what they want. They're the ride leader, but. Move the fence. All right. Thank you. People coming from behind have more speed than we do. Using those anvils, I'm sure. Hang on a little though. Good motivated bunch of catchers here. And yeah, so we'll pick these guys up that are right in front of us. Well, people got a pretty good break though. Really great effort over the top. Not sure we're going to see them again. But we'll see. Moving these guys up as predicted. And I got, a couple in the front, one in between. A little hard to tell. Might be 3, 4 in the lead group. Clearly motivated to stay away. Motivated to catch. So 3K to go. Yeah, I do still like their chances. There they go. Oh yeah, they got okay numbers from that angle. But you can see how hot the pace is here. People are not conceding. I can put a little effort here. Just for fun. Sixteen, 15 seconds. And they're putting 5s up. Love to see it. 2K to go. I think they got us. Let's come to the top here. Even after I eased. Well, that puts things in perspective. I might ease a touch getting into the finish, but I think they've done what they need to do. Let's see. Speed at the front here. Running on the road though. Not too bad. Did not put the lights out effort in. 7 seconds off. Not too bad. Yeah. Wanted to try that anvil there. I'd say it's a loss. You just get out in front of the wind too early. My speed wasn't that high, 50 something. You need more. I mean, even forgetting about trying to catch. But like these riders ahead here who sprinted past me, I was not gonna put up a full sprint fight. You know, the rest of the gang, rolling on in. Good stuff, good stuff. Route complete. Yeah, that was really good. Crazy about the third feather. Man. Ah, what a wild, random quirk. I mean, I guess you gotta use them if you get them. Well, I feel pretty good. I feel like I'll do what I have to do on Tuesday. Yeah. Just tooling around until the fence bed really wasn't, yeah. Yeah, the whole idea of like actually getting a gap that you can stay away. It's a pretty powerful idea. There isn't that much road still to go. And although you saw how the chasers were stretched out and then like, you know, that kind of classic globbing together bit where a slightly larger group catches a slightly smaller group and now you've got an even bigger group. But that took a while. And we caught all but the first 5 or 6. But that lead set, when I did that little dig in front, they were at 15 and I saw 5s, 5 watts per kilogram. So they were taking it as seriously as they needed to. Not just like one of them, almost all of them. At a glance, there was like maybe one in the bunch who was sitting in at that moment, but I think they knew what was happening. Was there a chance? They had real chances, and they made it work. So they didn't mess around, and they deserved the win, and call it the after party of the Recon ride. But great stuff. All right, well, I'll post this in case that's useful to folks. Certainly this third feather is gonna make some waves. It's crazy. All right, well, as always, thank you for watching. If you're racing on Tuesday, have a great race. Hope you had a great round. And until then, or until next time, ride on.